One of the most challenging things about fatty liver is that its symptoms don't always match what's happening inside the body. Some people with significant fat buildup feel perfectly healthy, while others begin noticing subtle changes they never connect to their liver. That's why routine medical checkups and recommended screening for people with risk factors can be so valuable. Take a common example. A 54-year-old office worker starts feeling unusually tired by mid-afternoon. He assumes it's just stress from work. Over the next several months, his waistline gradually increases, even though his daily routine hasn't changed much. During an annual physical, his healthcare provider notices mildly elevated liver enzymes on a blood test and recommends an ultrasound. The results show fatty liver. He was surprised because he rarely drank alcohol and never expected his liver to be the issue. Experiences like this are common. Some people notice ongoing fatigue, while others feel a vague sense of fullness or mild discomfort in the upper right side of the abdomen, where the liver is located. These symptoms are not unique to fatty liver and can have many possible causes, which is why they should never be used to diagnose yourself. In fact, many people with fatty liver have no symptoms at all and only discover the condition after routine blood work or imaging performed for another reason. Doctors also look beyond symptoms. Conditions such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and metabolic syndrome significantly increase the risk of developing fatty liver. If you have one or more of these risk factors, regular conversations with your healthcare provider become even more important, even if you feel completely well. So, if symptoms can be vague or absent altogether, how can someone actually improve fatty liver once it's been diagnosed? Many people immediately reach for detox drinks, supplements, or viral remedies. But the strongest scientific evidence points in a very different direction, and that's where the biggest myths begin. When people first hear the words fatty liver, many immediately search for a quick cleanse. Social media is filled with colorful detox drinks, expensive supplements, and dramatic promises that claim to flush fat out of the liver in just a few days. The problem is that these claims are not supported by strong scientific evidence. Your liver is already your body's natural detoxification system. It doesn't need a special juice or herbal drink to start doing its job. That doesn't mean nutrition is unimportant. In fact, what you eat plays a major role in liver health. The difference is that long-term eating patterns matter far more than any single food, supplement, or drink. Replacing sugary beverages with water, eating more vegetables, choosing lean sources of protein, reducing highly processed foods, and creating a modest calorie deficit are strategies supported by current medical guidance. These habits help reduce the amount of excess fat stored in the liver over time. Another common myth is that people with fatty liver should avoid all fats. In reality, healthy fats from foods like nuts, seeds, olive oil, and fatty fish can be part of a balanced eating pattern when consumed in appropriate portions. The greater concern is regularly consuming large amounts of added sugars, refined carbohydrates, and excess calories, which can contribute to fat accumulation in the liver. It's also important to be cautious with supplements marketed as liver cleansers. Some have little evidence of benefit, and a few have even been linked to liver injury. Before starting any supplement, it's wise to discuss it with your healthcare provider, especially if you take prescription medications or already have liver disease. If detoxes aren't the answer, what does the evidence actually show? Surprisingly, doctors often focus on one simple target that sounds almost too small to make a difference. Losing just 5% of your body weight may begin improving liver health for many people. And understanding why that number matters is the key to building a realistic 30-day plan.